What is going on, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? It is your boy, Goo Fury, back at it again with another video on the Graps with Goo page. It's been a minute since what, Fastlane? Your boy is back. I had to make a video on this, man. CM Punk has returned to the WWE. This is one of the only WWE PLEs where I regret not live streaming my reaction, because I flipped the freak out when CM Punk's music hit. There was three emotions mainly: disbelief, excitement, and worry. Those were the three main feelings I had going on when I heard Cult of Personality hit. It's insane, bro. Look at this picture. Just look at this. Let me move my big head out the way. Come on. Can I drag my camera? Hello? There we go. Look. Just take a look at what the frick is going on in the world of world wrestling entertainment. This is crazy. CM Punk and Triple H at least have mended fences. I never thought I'd say that. Triple H and WWE are in business together again. Never thought I'd say that. I thought it was cooked. I'm sure Punk thought it was cooked. I'm sure Triple H thought it was cooked. They proved us wrong, man. CM Punk is probably the greatest return in WWE history, in my opinion. It's either him or Edge. It's either one of them. Him, Edge, Cody's up there, Bray's up there. No one's gonna make more of an impact than Punk, in my opinion. Edge did great. There's no disrespect to Edge at all. Edge is doing some great stuff over in AEW right now. But Punk's return to pro wrestling in general was wanted and needed by a lot of fans. So let's get into the show, man. We'll talk more about Punk after I sum up the show. So if you want to get to the Punk stuff, I guess skip to the end. But we're gonna be here. We're gonna talk about everything else. The women's War Games match, man. I feel like overall that match was great. Once it actually started, the match was great. Before it started, it was boring. I'm not trying to be that one guy. I'm really not. I was sitting there just waiting for like the Joshi girls to get in. I was ready for Asuka, Io, and Kairi to do their freaking thing. And they did, but we had to wait. But on the bright side, this is the best that Shotzi has ever looked since probably NXT. And I didn't watch much of her NXT stuff. I just watched a couple matches, but they need to start doing more of her in this role, in the Extreme Rules, War Games, Hell in a Cell, Steel Cage, or whatever type role. Stop putting her in these 1v1 matches. She does not click, in my opinion. She doesn't. But in these extreme type environments, she cooks. She does really good. So once all the Joshi girls came in, like I said, when Asuka came in, the match actually started, and it actually got really fun. The three-way teamwork between Kairi, Io, and Asuka was god tier. It was freaking god tier. They're hitting freaking combos like this is Street Fighter. They went crazy. So of course it's not a women's War Games match without Io and a freaking trash can spot. Io had a chain that she brought in earlier in the match, and she like threw it down to Dakota Kai, who was on the outside. Of course, she can't actually wrestle. She's injured, but she threw it down. Dakota Kai snapped on a trash can to it, and Io slightly raises it up, puts it on her head while she's laughing like the freaking Joker, and jumps and takes everybody out. I'm on my feet, crowd's on their feet, chanting holy everyone's going crazy. Freaking great. I love that. Whenever Io does it, 10 out of 10. I'm sorry. The match was great from then on. Charlotte also did something on the top rope, which I was not expecting, bro. Charlotte on the top rope. She hit a moonsault, and this is the first time, I swear to God, this is the first time I have ever cared about a Charlotte Flair moonsault. I never thought I'd even say that. A Charlotte Flair moonsault put me on my feet. Charlotte and Becky gave a little hug out in the middle of the ring. I mean, I feel like it's too late to pay that off. I don't care, personally. It's cool seeing them hug, but I mean, it's not really something I needed in that match. Then Bayley gets manhandle slammed through the table. 1, 2, 3. Bayley took the bullet for damage control. Now, I think Bayley's out. I think that's it. I think Bayley's gonna get kicked out somewhere before Royal Rumble. I feel like Royal Rumble is when Bayley is going to be going against either Kyrie, Asuka, or of course Io Sky. People want Io versus Bayley for Mania. I feel like it fits. Honestly, I feel like it fits. If they bring in Mercedes Moné or Sasha Banks, they bring her back to the company to fight with Bayley, that would be great as well. I'm ready, man. I'm ready to see what they do next year. There's a lot of stuff in place that has been shaken up. Like my WrestleMania main event that I wanted for night one, cooked. It's gone. It's Punk's spot now. Anyway, like I said, let's just leave Punk for the end of the show. The first return of the night. The first return of the night was our boy R-Truth. He came back during the Ruffles sponsorship segment with Alpha Academy, Pretty Deadly, doing the chips versus crisp debate. I don't care, bro. It's chips. You're in America. They're chips. I'm sorry. Then R-Truth comes from behind the couch. They're Ruffles. Bro, those are also chips. Like, come on, man. Come on, bro. What are you doing? You know these are chips, bro. You did not call Ruffles Ruffles. They're chips. I don't know why that agitated me so much. Anyway, R-Truth was probably the best return. R-Truth was probably the best return of the night. No debate. Anyway, the next match, Gunther versus The Miz. Now, I feel like this match got enough time. It was the only singles match on the show that got enough time, in my opinion. I missed most of this match. My dog miraculously had to use the bathroom at the perfect time as soon as the match started, so I had to take him outside. I caught some of it, pretty much the end. Just to say Gunther can't have a bad match. He can't. It's impossible. He can go and wrestle a mannequin in the middle of that ring and bring it to at least 4 stars for me. The man is great. And this is the best The Miz has looked since 2016. No debate. I don't think anyone's gonna debate me on that. Nobody? Cool. Yeah, that's the best The Miz has looked since 2016. Not close. Miz was the face in this situation, but he was also being a heel, which I like. I'm cool with that. I'm glad they're actually trying to adjust the character around being a face or a heel. Miz has always been a cheater. Let him cheat with being a babyface. People love it. Miz hit a low blow. Ref didn't see it. He also tried to pull off the turnbuckle to use that as a distraction to hit another low blow into a skull crusher finale. For some random reason, the crowd thought that was it. If they had Miz beat Gunther in 2023, I'm done. I'm done with the company at that point, because that's just stupid. It's dumb. So of course, he did not win. He kicked out at 2. Cool. Miz obviously was not winning this match. No one had any way on the Miz actually winning. No one. The Miz feud for Gunther, honestly, did bring out the best in his character. Now, Gunther already had this "I'm better than you" attitude, but I feel like it was more emphasized in that Miz feud. It really was. It was all about Gunther just being superior to the Miz, and he proved that tonight. Gunther wins clean. No freaking Kaiser and Vinci, no low blows, no chair shot. Clean, as he's been doing, and I love that. That's why he's the best champion in the company. Mark my words, I don't care. Gunther is the best thing in the company right now, in my opinion, outside of like Punk now. So Santos Escobar versus Dragon Lee, man. This is the match that disappointed me the most. Not because it was bad, but because it didn't get enough time at all. This match got what was it, 8 minutes? Was it 8 minutes? How long they got? I believe it was. Anyway, Dragon Lee replaced Carlito because of the injury angle on SmackDown. Apparently, Carlito got injured from that back shot that Santos gave him. Cool. The match was too short, bro. If the match was 10 minutes longer, would have been match of the night. Trust me. Trust me, it would have been match of the night if you let them go out there and cook for 15 minutes at least. They didn't give them that. They gave them a freaking high five, a handshake, and 5 minutes. For how short it was a good match. It was a really good match for how short it was. Felt like a SmackDown match. But nonetheless, Santos wins with the, I think he calls it Phantom Driver. Pretty cool finisher. Next match, Zoe versus Rhea for the Women's World Heavyweight Championship. I feel like I'm a lot higher on this match. A lot of crazy gasp, even though I'm about to say something very positive. I feel like I'm higher on this match than literally everyone else I've seen review it. I feel like Zoe showed the freak up. I feel like she had to, and she did. The main point of this match is the crowd was dead. This is the one match that the crowd was just completely deceased on. There was no heat. How could you blame them? The match had no heat. No one believed Zoe had a shot at winning this title, and they were not wrong, because this match also got a short amount of time. It was also okay for what it was for me. I feel like Rhea really tried to get Zoe over. I feel like Zoe did take advantage of that, and she did show up, like I said before. Zoe has some really good reversals in this match as well. She reversed out of the Annihilator. Not the Annihilator, that's Nia Jax. The Eradicator. She jumped out of it. Cool reversal. She kept on taunting Rhea. Kick me. Rhea kicked her. She didn't Hulk up or anything. I was expecting a Hulk up, but she didn't. Rhea hit her with the Eradicator. 1, 2, 3. Nobody really expected her to win. Sorry, Zoe. It's Jover. The crowd was saving their energy for the next match, which was very smart. Now, War Games. I'm gonna say something. Not sure if it's controversial. Whatever. I'm not sure if this is a hot take. The women's War Games match was better than the men's War Games match this year. In fact, last year's War Games match was better than this year's War Games match, in my opinion. Now, that's not a slight at anyone, because last year's War Games match was freaking crazy, and the women's War Games match this year was insane. So that's not a slight to anyone that was in that match. I just felt like it was completely dragged out. 5 people is too much. It's too much. 4 is the sweet spot. No more 5-men War Games. I'm sorry, that's cooked. That's done. Because you could have gave like 10 minutes of that time to Santos and Dragon Lee. I'm getting mad. I gotta chill out. Anyway, this match for me was boring as well until Drew McIntyre came out. Then I was on my feet. I was on my goddamn feet. Drew McIntyre came in there, slung Rollins out the way, picked Sammy up, belly to bellied him halfway across the ring, and he went right after Jey Uso. I was ready for this man to kill Jey Uso. I love Jey Uso, but I want McIntyre to get his World Heavyweight Championship. I'm sorry. He's who I had versus Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. That's who I had. I had him over Gunther. I did. But as you can see, that's probably not going to happen. But yeah, I mean, I'm just going to skip most of this match, honestly. It was okay, but it really didn't get interesting until it was time for Randy Orton to come out. Instead of Randy coming out, guess who came out? Take a guess. Take a guess. I'll give you a hint. She was wrestling tonight. Yeah, she was Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley came out with the briefcase for Damian Priest to cash it in. I didn't want this to happen. I did not want this to happen. As soon as the referee was about to say, okay, Damian's cashing in, you hear Randy Orton's theme hit. I stand up. I run from one side of the house to the other side, back in the middle of the TV, and I screamed. Even though I already knew he was coming, but I was ready. I was hoping he'd RKO Rhea as well. That didn't happen tonight. We're gonna get that eventually, though. Don't worry. Randy was jacked, bro. Randy was jacked. The freak is bro on. He's probably not on anything, but still, like, god dang. No weird stuff, but he was jacked. He was bigger than what I've ever seen him. Pause. That sounded crazy. Anyway, once the bell rung, it was all Randy Orton. The whole rest of the match was Randy Orton, pretty much. Randy came in there, hit his freaking power slams, hit his vintage Orton, and he charged up the RKO. I think it was on JD McDonough. He was doing the charge up. He saw Jay in the corner. He turned around, did the charge up to Jay. Jay noticed. He looked up to Randy. He was like, uh-oh. Randy was like, yeah, I remember, boy. Yeah, I'm gonna get you once this match over. Anyway, Jay saved Randy from getting, I was about to say something crazy. Jay saved Randy from Damian Priest running behind him. He kicked him, and then Randy Orton RKO'd, I think it was Dominic Mysterio. Cool little spot there. Then they did a 5-way vintage Orton DDT. Everyone in the ring did the DDT to the members on the opposing side. Pretty cool spot there as well. And pretty much the biggest spot of the night easily was JD McFish being thrown from the top of the cage to the bottom, and Randy Orton catching him with the meanest RKO that I've seen in the past year and a half. because Orton hasn't been here in a year and a half. Yeah, that was freaking insane. I was screaming. I was happy. My guy was back. Cody Rhodes to the Crossroads with Damian Priest. 1, 2, 3. Match is over. All right, match is over. Show was done, right? Show was over. Show was ending. They had the little card at the bottom right, and it was like, oh, trademark WWE. I was like, okay, it's over. It's cooked. Michael Cole was saying something on commentary. The camera zooms out, and all you hear is, na-na-na-na-na-na-na. I tell you right now, I screamed. Everybody in my house knew who was back. Everybody in the house knew. I jumped from one side of the house to the other side of the house, back at the TV, screamed some more, went back to one side, back to the other, back to the TV, screamed some more, got on Twitter. Punk is back. Punk is back. CM Punk returned to the E after all the trash this man has talked, after everything he said in AEW, after everything he said outside of AEW. He would never come back. Boy, he's back. The man of the hour is back, man. This is absolutely insane, bro. Punk looked 20 years younger. The man looked 20 years younger. Was he that stressed out? Dang. The man looked 20 years freaking younger. It was crazy. Look at him. He's like a completely different guy. Look at him. He's happy. Hey, man, I'm happy for him, bro. Now, people were saying they would have debuted him at the Rumble or re-returned him at the Rumble. I feel like that would have made more sense. But this is a Chicago crowd, bro. If you didn't let them go home extremely happy, bro, come on. You really gonna hold out on Punk for a Royal Rumble when he's not winning it? Well, he might. Low-key, he might. So, they could have. But I feel like this is better. Honestly, I do. There's reports saying that he's supposed to be wrestling Rollins at the Rumble, but I don't think they're gonna do it that early. That's a WrestleMania match. I'm sorry. Rollins was ticked off. Rollins was very mad that Punk was back. If you don't know the history with Rollins and Punk, I guess you have to go back and watch, because I'm not explaining all of it now. He was very upset, but apparently reports have come out that they knew ahead of time that Punk was coming back, like right before the match started. So hopefully that was all a work. In fact, Dave Meltzer said, yeah, it's a work. So we're cool. We're chilling. Rollins and Punk is not going to fight backstage. Hopefully not. But yeah, this pay-per-view was really freaking good. I'm going to make another video probably very soon of where I want WWE to take Punk and what I want them to do with him leading into WrestleMania season and how I would book him, because I already know they're going to freaking Judgment Day out the wazoo. I feel it coming. If you believe yours is the only way, trust me. Monday Night Raw is the must watch Monday Night Raw of all time. It's the most must watched Monday Night Raw of all time. You have to watch it, bro. It's a freaking guarantee. They've already confirmed that our boy Punk is gonna be there and Randy's gonna be there. We breaking the 2 million viewers, right? 2 million viewers? Yeah, 100%. But yeah, it's been your boy Goof Fury. I'm signing out, man. Let me know what y'all thought about Survivor Series down in the comments. Where do you guys want to see Punk go in WWE? Do you think he needs to fight Rollins? Do you think he needs to fight LA Knight? Do you think he needs to fight KO? There's so many possibilities, man. Hope y'all enjoyed. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.